Why would you purchase Who is Your Provider? You may ask that yourself. What need is the book in your own life? I mean, there's plenty of other books out there. Why buy this one? Well, I want to give you some reasons why I believe the book is beneficial not only to believers, but those of the world, that they may know who God is and what He can do. Um, why get the book? You need to know that God is there for you. Um, your whole life, you have taken care of your responsibilities financially. Well, what happens when your hands are tied and you can't provide for your own needs and the doors of jobs are closing when you're searching for them? Are you going to stress or are you going to know God is there? How will you know God is there? Well, it says it in Scripture. In Matthew chapter 6, God provides. And that is what I state in the book. That is listed in the book. Those different scenarios and the circumstances. That's number one reason why this book is, I believe, beneficial to you. Um, like I said, God does provide. It says it in Scripture. I've heard many testimonies and how God has come through for them, and God has also come through in my own life. I listed in the book so you have those examples. Um, there is comfort in knowing that somebody has been in that place where God has provided for them. That's another reason. You have an example there of God coming through. If God came through for me and others, He can come through for you. Um, in the book, I show you how to recognize what is religious garbage. You may have heard it in church. People have said it to you and made you feel like, you're not good enough for God. I list that in the book. That's another reason why I believe this book is beneficial, so you can recognize what is religious garbage. And if you can recognize it, you know not to heed it. Um, Another reason is to know what the faulty thinking of this world is. You have heard of examples of men that feel like they have to work overtime. Well, if they're working overtime, how are they spending time with their family? And if you are a spouse of somebody that's working overtime and you hardly see them, this book is beneficial for you so that you can recognize it and that maybe your spouse will pick it up and see why that is wrong. Why would somebody work overtime if God is their source? Now, working overtime isn't wrong, but what is the reason why you're doing it? Are you avoiding issues at home, or is worry causing you to work overtime? I state that in the book. Um, Another faulty thinking is this whole real man concept that maybe man's got to work even if he's sick or you know deathly ill, he's still got to work. And why would you have that thinking if God is your source? I list that in the book. I listed how man trusts himself. You don't trust God. If somebody trusts in himself, why seek God? I mean, so I list that in the book that when man's hands are tied and he can't provide for his own family, that is when he needs to know that God is there. So that's another reason why I believe this book is beneficial to you and so many others. Um, are you looking for a job? Do you have a need? I state that in the book. That God is there and He can provide for you. If He closes the doors, He can open them. But it takes seeking God and know that He is there for you. Lastly, um, for those that may know me, it says in Scripture, and I'm not claiming that I'm a prophet or anything, but it's Jesus stated that, when He was in His own hometown, those that knew Him judged Him. And He said, a prophet is not accepted in his own hometown and among his own family. If you know me, I don't want you judging me because you know me. I don't want you judging the book because you know me. I believe God has given me the revelation in this book for His glory and to set His body free from faulty thinking and religious garbage. So if you know me and you have a tendency of judging me, and not wanting anything that I have. I ask that you would put up that judgment, that you would seek the heart of God, and that you would see how beneficial the book is. Don't judge me by what I wrote and say, well, I'm never going to buy anything that he has because I know him. Well, you need to see God's heart first. Know the benefits of the content of this book. I It is my desire and it's Sabrina's desire for people to be free not only from religious garbage, but from the burdens that this world puts on them. People need to know that God is their source and that God can come through for your needs. So I just wanted to put this video forth so you can see the benefits of why this book is important. Thanks for listening.